Arvind Subramanian, who's the MD and CEO at Mahindra Lifespaces, joins us now to talk about that. Arvind, always a pleasure speaking with you. The momentum is definitely picking up in this space, but how has September been so far in terms of, collections, growth, and what are the targets that you have outlined for the full year?
Pleasure is entirely mine, Sonia. As you mentioned, it's been a fantastic second quarter. Seasonally, particularly in the Mumbai market, the second quarter tends to be softer because of the monsoons and other factors. But this year we've seen a very strong growth sequentially from quarter to quarter, right from Q4 onwards. And we are continuing to see strong end-user demand, which is driving residential sales.
Although for the next 10-15 days, because of the Shraddh period here in Mumbai, things may be a little slow, right?
That's right. So during the Shraddh period, typically new house purchases don't happen, but a lot of walk-ins and inquiries happen. So we do expect that to convert towards the end of the month once Shraddh gets over.
You have a long-term target, which is 2,500 crore bookings with 4 million square feet of volumes. Can you tell us, can you break that up for us in terms of the near term? What are you looking at? Have your targets gone up because of, the way the market has spanned out?
No, we are holding on to that target. As I've always said, that is our first pit stop or our first milestone in our growth journey. We do see strong tailwinds and do believe that we are well on course to meet that target. If you look at the last couple of years, we did about just under 700 crores in FY21 and just over 1,000 crores in FY22. So a strong trajectory. We expect to maintain similar growth this year as well. And going into next year, the pipeline is looking very strong. The reason we're not recalibrating the target is this business does tend to be a little bit choppy. So we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. And a lot of our growth will depend on continued land acquisition.
Sure. No, the reason I ask is if, you look at the bookings, right, the trend, and that graph will be there on the screen for our viewers. There's been an outsized gain that you've seen in Q1. I mean, 600 crores. On an average, you would be doing about 150 to 300 crores, max 350 crores. So is it just an aberration, this Q1 number, or do you think that you can sustain it above 500-600 crores on an average for the rest of the year?
I would like to think it's not an aberration, but we must recognize there were two very strong new launches in that quarter. We had Mahindra Eden, our first net zero energy project, which was launched in Bangalore. And we had the last tower of our project in Gurgaon called Luminaire, which was launched in that quarter. So both of them contributed very strongly. And we don't expect to have such similar cadence of launches in the subsequent quarters, or certainly not every quarter this year. So there will be a bit of an up and down, but I do believe what we've demonstrated is that we have the sales engine, the capacity to deliver these kinds of numbers, provided the raw material is there.
Arvind, the last time you were on the program, you said that there is a huge amount of interest for redevelopment in societies in Mumbai. Has anything being firmed up in terms of, a contract, a deal, etc.?
Well, fingers crossed. We are in advanced conversations on a couple of situations in the society redevelopment space in Mumbai. And if all things go well, we should see some positive movement in the next couple of months. These do tend to be long cycle decision processes because all the members need to form a consensus and choose the developers they want to work with. But we are finding ever since we've thrown our hat into that ring, there's very strong interest, and our phones are ringing off the hook with requests from societies to participate in their tender processes.
Okay. So, there's so much happening in this space right now. Reports are indicating that the Adanis are looking to buy DB Realty. So those assets clearly are on the block. Would you be interested in acquiring any such assets?
We are looking at distressed assets and particularly some transactions that are going through a resolution process. But we're approaching it pretty cautiously. It's a new space for us, so we do need to keep our eyes open, understand the risks involved with that. But we are participating in a couple of resolution processes.
So these resolution process distressed assets that you're looking at, what would be the geography? What kind of assets are we looking at? And any timelines on which it could see fruition?
Currently, these are Mumbai-based assets, but we are keeping our eyes open for Pune and Bangalore as well, which are the other two residential markets of interest to us. But the current pipeline of the couple of deals that we are pursuing are both in Mumbai.
All right. Thank you very much, Arvind. Pleasure speaking with you as always here on CNBC TV 18 on the program. Thanks for your time.